What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back to another week of the Clone Wars. We are here now with episode 10. I cannot believe we're already on episode 10, and this episode was called The Phantom Apprentice. I really love that title because it has a lot to do with Darth Maul. Obviously, he's a huge part of this episode, and I will be talking a lot of spoilers, so that's your warning. Also, I don't know if you guys just heard that in the background, but there is a storm going on outside. There's some thunder going on, so if you hear some natural sounds, that's what that is. So this episode picks up exactly where the last one left off, and Ahsoka is now captured by Darth Maul, or at least cornered off by Darth Maul and the Mandalorians who are working with him. The siege of Mandalore is happening. We are here. This thing is going down. We are now in the midst of the events of episode 3. We learned in this episode that they've already killed Count Dooku. Anakin already killed Count Dooku. They already sent him on his mission. The Jedi Council have already given him his assignment to spy on the Chancellor, and Obi-Wan has now been sent to Utapau to find General Grievous. So we're really not that far away from the events of Order 66, and yeah, I just love this episode. I had a great time watching this, and what an episode. So in this episode, we find out that Darth Maul, through the Force, has discovered that Darth Sidious is about to completely change the galaxy. He is about to take over. And of course, Ahsoka doesn't believe him. Others don't believe him. A lot of people don't know who this Darth Sidious is. Obviously, Darth Maul knows who that is, but then he also learns that a huge part of it will be this person named Anakin Skywalker. So his whole plan was to get Obi-Wan and Anakin to come to Mandalore so he can kill the two of them, so that Sidious would not have his new prized pupil in Anakin Skywalker. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I love the fear in Darth Maul in this episode. He is very worried for what's to come. He wants to thrive within it, and he had this plan on trying to fuck over Darth Sidious and really ruin his whole thing. But yeah, on an overall level, this episode was emotional. It was tense. It pushed the story forward. It kept you wanting more. It just kept everything super exciting and engaging. There was tons of little Easter eggs for fans like me. And as a longtime Star Wars fan, I just can't help but feel super happy for having been able to grow up in the time that I did, growing up with the prequels and watching those movies over and over and over again, and to see the Clone Wars become this massive success that Star Wars fans who at one point hated the prequels or at one point hated the Clone Wars are all kind of connected now by the Clone Wars. There's just so much beautiful storytelling that has happened, and just what a beautiful season so far. What a beautiful set of events that happened in this episode. The animation is stunning. I loved everything with Darth Maul in here. Back at Star Wars Celebration in April last year, they let us know in the panel one of the biggest reveals was the fact that Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace as well as in Solo: A Star Wars Story, would be coming back to actually be doing the mocap and the physicality of the fights for Darth Maul in this episode. The fight between Darth Maul and Ahsoka was awesome. Really enjoyed it. You could tell that Ray Park's body was in it. And yeah, this was overall just a really great episode that pushed the story forward. There was so much to latch onto, so much to get excited for, so many little Easter eggs and references to what they were doing, what was going on in the galaxy at this point with the other characters, little moments of dialogue that I feel like maybe casual Star Wars fans may have missed, but for somebody like me, yeah, I was catching on to everything and I loved it. There's a small little Easter egg when you don't really hear the conversation, you just see it from afar, where Darth Maul is having a conversation with the other leaders of the different crime syndicates, and one of them is Dryden Voss, who is the villain played by Paul Bettany in Solo: A Star Wars Story. So I like that little connection. We know at this point that he's already the leader of Crimson Dawn, and we know he will go on to survive until the events of Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, I just really love being able to see Darth Maul in the midst of this, the fear he has for Darth Sidious, the fight between him and Ahsoka, and just the tension, the dynamic between the two of them. Ahsoka really wanting to believe in the Jedi and believe in Anakin, despite, you know, her kind of having this bad blood with the Jedi. And yeah, at the end of the day, we know she's going to be wrong. We've already seen her interactions with Anakin, Darth Vader in Rebels. So to see it all come full circle and to see the little pieces that are just going to have it be one big cohesive story, I'm loving it. I'm having such a great time with this season. This is a beautifully animated episode with some fantastic action, some great connective tissue to the films, and it really pushes the story forward. I can't wait to see what they do next. The episode essentially ends with Ahsoka and Darth Maul fighting, and she ends up getting him captured with the Republic. So I am curious to see how he breaks out of the hands of the Republic, because obviously he doesn't play the role that she wants him to play in defeating Sidious. So I am very excited to see what the next episode is going to hold for us. We have 2 more episodes. I can't believe we're already almost done. And yeah, guys, I definitely want to hear what you guys had to say about this episode. So definitely leave those comments down below. Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Again, a beautifully animated episode with fantastic action, some just badass visuals, some great connective tissue, some nice little Easter eggs, and a very tense and just great episode that pushed things forward and definitely left me wanting more. So I can't wait to see what these final 2 episodes are about. I cannot wait to see how they connect right into the events of episode 3. I can't wait to see what the Order 66 period of this show is going to look like. So yeah, guys, I just keep rambling the same things, but definitely leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought of this episode. On an overall level, I loved it, and I can't wait for the next one. And with that said, I will see each and every single one of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.